my YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Gabriel, your ICT tutor. In this video, we'll be looking at paper 221 of May 2024. Paper 21. This is a paper that lasts for 2 hours 15 minutes. In this paper, we'll be looking at document production, databases, and presentations. These three application packages shall be examined in this paper. So I'm going to start with the first one, document production. Note that this paper is a 70 marks paper, a practical paper. Now, this is a must watch for everyone preparing for this exam. It is very important because I'm going to make some explanations that will make it easy for you in the exam hall. Please ensure you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, drop your comments, your questions, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. All right, let's go to the first one. You have been supplied with the following source files: bookings, child care, evidence, lifelong, logo, playgroup, and test course. These are different files with their formats. You can see that. Now let's go to task 1. Task 1 is on evidence document. Open the file J2421 evidence.rtf. So to open it, I'll go to the source file folder. Here's the source file folder. I'm going to open the evidence, open with the installed word processor, enable editing, and here is the file. Let me zoom in for you to see. Okay, the first thing to do, make sure that your name, center number, and candidate number appears on every page. Your name, so go to insert, header, 3 columns, your name, center number. In my case, I'm going to make use of CN, and candidate number, I'll make use of 001. Okay, close the header. Then appears on every page. Save this document in your work area as evidence, followed by your candidate number. For example, evidence so I'm going to copy this and use it with my candidate number. Copy. So I save it, save as. I'm going to save in the work area I created, and I'm saving it with the name I copied, and my own candidate number is 001. So I'm saving as a document file, so it's going to be Word document, then save. Okay, that is done. Then the next one, task 2, document, actual document production. You are going to edit a document for Tawara Taught Childcare. The company uses a corporate house style for all their document. Paragraph styles must be created and applied as instructed. Please follow instructions, very important. Using a suitable software package, open the file J2421childcare.rtf. So I'm opening that in the from the source file J24childcare. So open. Here is the file, and here is the file. Enable editing. Okay. Then what else? This page. Okay. The page setup is set to A4, portrait, and 2 cm margins. Do not make any changes to this, so you're not changing that. So just go to confirm page, A4, and then margin. Look at the margin. Let me confirm that. And with 2 cm margins, portrait, orientation, portrait, margin 2 cm. Go to custom margin, sorry, 2 centimeters. Okay, that's correct. Okay, I have that. Then the next one for 1 mark, then make sure it is saved in the format of the software. So I'm going to save it in the format of the software. Save the document in your work area with the file name nursery. So I'm selecting this, copy, save, file, save as. In the folder work area, I'm pasting this and save it in document format, and you save in the same folder, and this is done. Okay, good. Then the next one is place in your evidence document a screenshot to show this has been saved. So I go to the folder, this has been saved. I'm going to have this, double tap this, nothing should be hidden. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to take the screenshot of this, so it's going to be like this. It's taken, and I'm going to paste it in the evidence document as step 1, evidence pasted. All right, that's good. Let's continue. And that's done for 1 mark, as you can see, okay, in evidence 1. Now let's go to the next one. Place in the nursery document a right aligned header on a single line, and the header should be what? Prospectus produced by. So I'm going to copy this right aligned header. So I go there, right aligned header. So I go to insert header, right align header. So let me click 3 columns, this right align. I'm going to paste that here. Okay, right align on a single line. What else? Followed by a space, then your name, center number, and candidate number. Followed by a space, my name, center number, CN, and candidate number 001. So then let me remove this. Okay, good. Then the next one is then a left aligned footer. So I'm done with the first one. A left aligned footer with automated page numbers. So I can remove these two since nothing else. So then I can go to footer, left align, page number, automated page number, and I put current position. I can pick any of the format I want. Let me look for one format that I like. Okay, I've done that. Then make sure that all the header details are on a single line. All the alignment match the page margins. No other text or place holders. The headers and footers are displayed on all pages. So I'll just close header and footer and just try to see. You can see that on this page, the footer also is there. Okay, this is correct. Then the next one is, so I've done all that for 3 marks. See that? Then create and store the following style, basing it on the default or normal paragraph style. Okay, so for me to see clearly, maybe I should place my cursor at the beginning. Okay, good. Then at the beginning, so that I can see what I'm creating, create and store the following style. So I want to create the first style, which is called TC-subhead. Let me copy this so that it will be faster, and base it on default or normal. So I come here. Before I start, I can click on normal, then and go to create a style. I'll paste the name of the style to be the one I just copied, TC-subhead. I'll go to modify, then I'll base it on normal, style based on normal. You can see that on normal. Then what else? Font style is serif. So example of serif fonts is Times New Roman. So I'm going to type Times New Roman. That's an example of serif font. Then the next one, font size is 32. I'm going to pick 32 or just type it 32. Okay, 32. Please make sure you type it, press enter, 32. Then the next one is alignment, center alignment. Then bold and italics, that's enhancement. Bold, italic. Okay, good. Then line spacing is single. Go to format, paragraph, line spacing single. Then what else? Space before 0 and space after is 6. After is 6. You have that here. So what else? Okay, that is done. Make sure that there is evidence that you have based this on the default or normal paragraph style. Place this in your evidence document. Okay, good. Having done this, then say okay. Now you can see the evidence, the font you use serif, the font size, bold, italic, center, space after 6 point. Then based on normal, you have this. Then you can take the screenshot for this screenshot. So we use this as an evidence. Okay, good. Then click OK. After you click OK, click back on normal so that you have this. Then I'll go to the evidence document. That's evidence. That's step 2. I'll paste there. Step 3 rather. So that is done for 2 marks, which is very simple. You see how consistent I follow the instruction. Number 4, apply the TC title style to the text Tawara taught child care. Apply it. So I'll select Tawara and go to TC title that I just created, and I have it this way. Neat job. Okay, good. Then the next one, that's for 1 mark, which we have just done. Select the subheading staff and the following text up to and including the paragraph ending. Enjoy their new surroundings. Let me copy this so that I can locate the paragraph. Enjoy their new surroundings. So I'll come here and I'll go to find and just to search, Control F to find navigation pane. Let me paste in there and search for it. Here is it. So it's going to end here. Enjoy their new surroundings. So this is where I'm taking it up to. So the question says from the subheading staff and the following text. So I know where I'm going to. Subheading staff. So select from subheading staff till where we stop the other time. Here is it. Okay, good. Now select it and then including the paragraph, then change the page layout so that only this selected text is displayed in 2 columns of equal width with a 1 centimeter space between the columns. 2 columns of equal width. So having selected this, then I come to layout, come to columns, more columns, pick 2 columns, and come to spacing in between. And according to the instruction, the space in between says equal width of 1 centimeter. So I'll come here and put 1 centimeter cm. Okay, good. Then of equal width. You see that? And that is why width and spacing, equal width, equal column width, and 2. Then I say okay. Yes, and I'm going to have it this way. Okay. All right, that's correct. Then having done that, that's for 2 marks. Having done that, the next one will be the style named TC-subhead has already been created and stored and applied to the 5 subheadings. Modify the TC-subhead style so that only the following formatting is applied. Now the key word here is only. So it's going to discard the old formatting and it will use only these ones that we have here. So that's the meaning of that statement. So let's do that. Modify TC-subhead. Okay, so I'll go to Home tab, go to TC-subhead. Here is it. I'll right click on it to modify, then I go to modify TC-subhead. So what are we changing there? We are removed. The name is still TC-subhead. The font style is sans serif. Sans serif, and an example of sans serif is Arial. Just use Arial. Okay, so we remove it from sans serif. Then what else? They said the font size is 14, so I'm going to pick 14, and the alignment is center, so I will remove it from left to center. Then enhancement, italic, bold, all capitals. So look at the enhancement that was there, underlined, so I'm going to remove it. They said bold, italics, and all capitals. To do all capitals, I'll come to format, then I'll go to fonts and click on all capitals. So you see that the preview, say okay, that is done again. Bold, italic, all capitals. Then line spacing is single. Then I go to format, paragraph, line spacing is single. What else? Space before 0. Space before, I'm going to change this to 0 as the instruction, to 0, and space after is 7. Space after is 7. I'm going to change this to 7 point. Okay, that's the instruction. What else? So everything is done. So I'm going to say okay to confirm that. So I can still go through it here and see 14, and it is sans serif area, bold, italic, all capital, center, space after 7, and based on normal. Okay, that is done. Then after that, take the screenshot evidence to show that you have done this. Now you will see that to do this, I'm going to do that and take the screenshot here. Screenshot of that is taken, and then click OK. Okay, then place this in your evidence document. Step 6, your evidence document. Okay, yes, step 6. I'll come here and paste. Okay, that is done. Neat job done. Then after that, now you see that if you go to the document, you see that all the subhead has changed. They have followed this new subhead we have just reformatted. You can see that has taken the new formatting. So what's the next thing? Apply a numbered list formatted as 1 to 7 to the text from communication to art and design. So I'm going to search for that. Here is it, from communication to expressive art and design. Let's confirm that, art and design. Good. So I'm going to select it. That's the first thing I'll need to do. Select it. Having selected, then the next thing is apply a numbered list. So I'll come to list 1 to 7. Let me see the type 1 to 7. So I'll come here, lists 1 to 7. So you pick that, and that is 1 to 7. That's the first thing. Now after that, make sure that the numbers are aligned to the left margin of the column. The list is in single line spacing with no space between or after each line. The numbers are aligned to the left of the column. You can see that it's aligned to the left. Okay, then the list is in single line spacing with no space before or after. No space before or after. So I will select it, right click on it, and go to paragraph to set that. So set no space before after each line, before no space, after each line no space. So I'm going to put it to 0. Spacing before after. Then there's a 7-point space after the last item in the list. So I can actually do this, and the line spacing is single line spacing. So I'm going to change this to single line spacing. Okay, and that is done. Let me say okay and see that. Oh, you see that. So the question might say the last thing, there is a 7-point space after the last item. So for me to do the last item, I can do it in different ways. So I can come here, the last item, if there is a space after it, it means that there is a space, a 7-line space before this paragraph. So while my cursor is here, I will open up the paragraph setting, and before this I'm going to put a 7-line spacing, so that 7-line spacing before this will be the 7-line spacing after this particular line, and that is done perfectly. So the next thing to do is simple. So I've done this. The next thing to do is import the image J2421 logo. That's the image, and place it in the paragraph beginning. We have 8 spacious playrooms. We have 8 spacious playrooms. Let me search for that in the paragraph. Select it, copy. Let me search for it. Ctrl F to find, and let me paste that. We have, okay, here is it. We have 8 spacious playroom. So the question says that we should import the image and place it in the paragraph beginning. We have 8 spacious playrooms beginning. So I'll place my cursor here and go to insert, and I'll go to images to pick that pictures. Then I will locate where I have the source file, which is here, 2.1. I'm doing 2.1. Okay, this is the name of the image, J2421 logo. I'm going to put it there. So that's the first thing they ask us to do. Rotate the image 180 degrees with the image size and aspect ratio maintained. Okay, to rotate it with the image size and aspect ratio maintained, I will have it selected. I can do it in so many ways. I can go to format picture, size, and okay, I can, if I want to rotate, I will see it under size. You can see that I can rotate here. Okay, I can change the position, or while I have it here, look at rotate. You see there, rotate object, but the question say more rotation options. You can go there and select it under size. You see the rotation we want to do is 180 degrees with the image size and aspect ratio maintained. So I'm going to put 180 degrees, 180 with everything maintained. So you let the aspect ratio locked because they said everything maintained. Then what else? So I'll say okay. You can see that it has been rotated, and I have Tawara taught child care. Okay, so that is done. What else? Format the image so that it is aligned to the right margin and the top of the paragraph. Starting, we have 8 spacious playgroups. Okay, playrooms rather. It is aligned to the right margin. So there are several ways by which you can do it to the right margin. So you can do it, select it, and change the position. It's also possible to do that. So let's do quick. So as it is said that it is aligned to the right margin and the top of the paragraph starting, we have 8 spacious playroom. So it's very simple, and they said the text wraps around the image, text wrapping it. So what you do is you can click on it and just come to text wrap. Maybe you first of all write align it or square, tight or square, or if you come to position the same way, you click here. If this is not active yet, come to text wrapping, pick square or tight, either ways. Then you come to position, then here under alignment, click alignment and select this to right, since the question says right, and change this one to margin. So you will go to the right margin of the page. You can see that, and everything aligns properly. So then the next thing to do is simple. The text wraps around the image, which we have just done by text wrapping it. Okay, good. Then the next thing is locate the table in the document. The table in the document. Okay, to locate the table is very simple. Just search for the table. You will see the table in the here is the table. So select it from the table handle. Now the entire table will be selected. So what are we to do to the table? Locate the table, format the table so that the table width is set to 13 centimeters. The table width, the entire table width. So that's how wide the table is, to 13 centimeters. So when you have it, you can come to layout or design of the table. So where you see different kind of formatting you can do to the table. Now here, if you come to layout, you see where you can adjust the table. You know, you see everything here. So it's very simple. If you come to let me check what's next. Okay, the table width is set to 13 centimeters. That is very simple. Look at layout. This is width. This is for the cell. You can see if you are dealing with the cell. If it's for the rows and columns, this is for the entire table. You can come to properties and you see the entire table width. So look at table, then you set the size, preferred width of the table. So if you click it, measure it in centimeter, and the question says 13 of the entire table, not the cell. There's a difference between cell of the width of the cell and that of the table. Please take note of that. It's very important. Don't mix the two together. This is table, so you click it and come to 13 as the instruction has said, 13 centimeter. Make sure you set this to centimeter for the table width. What else is the instruction saying? All the rows are set to 1 centimeter high. All the rows. So come to the rows. You can see size. Row height is at the least. Exactly, that's for the row height. So that's exactly because they said it should be set to 1 centimeter high. So I'm going to change this to 1 centimeter high of the row. You see, specify 1 centimeter high. Exactly, that is the instruction. All the rows are set to 1 centimeter high. All the rows. So you can see, specify rows 1 to 7. Okay, then what else? The data is center aligned vertically in each row. Okay, the data is vertically, sorry, let me see that again. Center aligned vertically in each row. Okay, so you can do that. The cell center aligned, vertical alignment, and center. Vertical alignment, center. You can see that vertical align, center, align vertically in each row. What else? The table is centered within the page margins. The entire table is centered within the, so you pick that here, you come back to table and pick center. That's what the question says, center. So then what else? Let's see. The table center align, nothing more. So that is for 4 marks. You can see that and just click OK. Wow, you can see everything set in the page. Now what's the next thing to do? Okay, number 10, spell check and proofread the document. Okay, make sure that the list and table are not split over columns or pages. So spell check and proofread. So let's see. Okay, the spell check and proofread. Let me start from review and go to spelling and grammar. Okay, Tawara, that is correct, ignore. Okay, let's see. Okay, our facility enables us to provide high quality children care and early years education. Early years education, that should be this, early years education. Okay, what else? Resume. Tawara, ignore. Tawara, ignore that. Okay, this is the name, ignore. Okay, and that's correct. Okay, good. So the next thing to do is very simple. The list and table are not split over columns or pages. So let's start the list and table. This is the list not breaking and the table not breaking. You can see that. Good. Now what's next? The original, there are no blank pages, no orphans or widows. Okay, let me see that. Orphans or widows, none. Okay, that's perfect. What else? There are no blank pages, no original. The original styles are maintained except the TC-subhead that we just edited according to instruction. All styles are applied constantly. Spacing is constant between all items. Save the document using the same file name and format used. The same file name means that you don't need to save as. Just click on save. So you have this and just come back to home. Just click on save here, just to update what you have done. Now if you, after you have done that, you are going to look at what is it, orphan and widows. Let's see whether we have. You need to be sure for you to earn all this mark. It's actually possible to get 100% in practical papers, so you need to consider that. Oh, see, okay, yeah, we have this broken from this entire paragraph. That's orphan there. So what are we going to do? Let's go do that. And so to do that, you can actually do it manually. You can bring your cursor here and press the return key, that is the enter key. So this will go, and take a page break or column break, so that this will go to the next page. But instead, you can also do it manually. You can come to file and you can come and select all. You can right click and go to select or Control A. You can do that and select the entire stuff, and then let me go to Control A to select all, or just highlight, whichever one you want to call it, either you highlight or select all. But I like to use the Control A, whichever one you want to use. I like that to select all. After you have selected all, come to paragraph settings, open it up, and come to between indent and spacing, come to line and page breaks. Click on widow and orphan control. When you have selected this and click OK, you realize that it's going to remove orphans and widows automatically. Wow. So you see that this paragraph that started from here with the first line has been moved to this, and that's controlled the orphan and then the widow. So I think that is all. So this is very simple. If you go to print preview to see the way your work will look like when you print on paper, so wow, you can see that this is very correct. These are the 2 pages of document work that you have here, intact and everything consistent. So you can be sure of what you have done here. Then you just hit the print button and it comes out of the paper. So that's the end of the document part of this paper. So please, I want you to follow me as I go to the next part of this paper, which is databases. and presentations, and I'm doing that one after the other. If you have any questions, please drop your question in the comment section. We'll be here to assist you to ensure that you have your desired grade in the examination. Please like this video, share with other people, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you till I see you in the next video. Bye for now.